Hi everyone, welcome back, or welcome if you are new. Today I want to talk to you guys about my Amazon pet must-haves. For item number one, it's going to be a real fun one. It's this dog bubble machine. This one Bella goes crazy for. She loves when I take this out. Once I turn it on, she starts running after them, trying to bite at them, and it's super adorable. It gets a lot of her energy out actually without having to give her like a formal exercise. What's also really great about this machine is it comes with a non-toxic bubble solution that's made for dogs. It's even bacon scented. It's right here. So this one is the Bubble-tastic Bacon Scent Bubble Solution. It says it's tear-free, 100% non-toxic, and it's a unique bubble solution that's safe for dogs and kids. I definitely want to give my dog something that I think would harm her, so I love that this is non-toxic, it's tear-free, it's not going to hurt her, and she goes crazy for it. It's so much fun. Even if you didn't want to buy the bubble machine, you could even purchase just the bubble solution separately, and it comes with the bubble wand that's in here. And you can use this inside the house if you feel comfortable, or you can use it outside. A lot of times I find myself using this one inside. This one would make too much of a mess in my opinion, but this one I feel safe to use inside. Since my dog is a high energy dog, I feel that this is a great way for her to get some of that energy out. If it's a rainy day or a day that we can't really get her outside to exercise, this one gets her mind going and she goes crazy for it, and she's super happy when we take out any of the bubbles. And I'll insert a clip here showing you how Bella enjoys using her bubbles. They're coming. So for my next item, I have this mud buster. I love having this handy because Bella is known for digging outside and getting her paws so dirty, especially before I have to go to work or something. This helps out so much, so I don't have to throw her into a bath, or I don't have to get the hose out and try to clean her feet off that way. I have found that this is the quickest way to get her feet clean, especially when I'm in a pinch and I see that she got super dirty. And this is super easy to use. All you have to do is fill it with some water, and then you would take your dog's paw and you would insert it in here, and there's some bristles inside, if you can see that here. And that is going to help scrub all the mud and dirt that gets on her paws when she's outside getting dirty, digging, you know, what dogs do when they're outside. And what I like about this size, I believe that this one is the large one. It comes in different sizes based on what's best for your breed, but I like having this one in a large because Bella can sometimes get mud all the way up her leg, and this will cover that for her. But they do come in smaller sizes, so if you have a smaller breed, you can get that one, and you can just do just their paws if you need to, whatever you think is going to be best for your use. I really recommend getting this mud buster if your dog is one to get dirty and you want to wipe off their paws before they come inside. Before, I'd find myself just grabbing a towel, getting it damp, and rubbing her feet, and they still weren't really clean. But if I use this and I dip her paw in and still rub it with a towel before she comes inside, I find that her paws are actually really clean. That's why I would recommend using this over just grabbing a towel to wipe off your dog's feet. This with the towel is really going to get them clean, and it really doesn't take that much more time when you use it. For my next item, it's going to be my dog's safety collar. So this collar is obviously not just a collar. It just goes around her neck and it lights up like so. I got her a pink one because she is a girly girl, whether she likes it or not. And since my dog is brown, when it's dark outside, it's really hard to see her. So I like to put this on her even if she's going in the backyard and I need to find her, or especially if we're going for walks. I like to put this on her so people can see her when we're walking down the street. Not only does it turn on pink, you can also change it to strobe, and then it turns off. It's simple. And what's really nice when this came in is this piece here comes really long, and you just cut it for your pet's size. So you don't have to worry about measuring your dog's neck before purchasing it. You're definitely gonna get the right size because it comes really long, and then you just cut it down to whatever works best for you and what you're looking for. This is obviously not just a standalone collar. This is something I add to her with her collar when I go walking with her. That's why I really like having this handy. I can find her super easily in the dark, and it comes in a bunch of different colors, so you don't have to get pink if pink is not your preference. My next pet must-have would be these fur removers. So these fur removers are meant to go into the wash or your dryer, and these will remove any pet hair that's in your clothes or in your blankets or your bedding. Whatever you wash and you add these in there, it's going to get the hair to stick to these instead of the clothing. And just to be 100% honest, if your pet sheds a lot, I wouldn't say that this is going to remove every hair from your clothing that you put in the wash, but it definitely makes a huge difference. So I love having these. They're pretty inexpensive, and I like having them handy. Whenever I'm washing clothes, I just throw them in. They're simple to use. It's not like it's an extra task to do when I'm doing clothes. It's just throwing them in there with my clothes, and ta-da, it will collect some hair. They're really sticky, so that's why they collect hair. They're actually a little fuzzy. I try to clean them off as best as I can. But to remove any of the fur, you just rinse them underwater, and then they'll get their tackiness back, and then they're ready to use for the next load. So these are definitely a pet must-have for any pet owner that has an animal that sheds a lot in their house. The next two items are going to be some grooming must-haves, and they're different from the grooming must-haves that I've mentioned in my first video that I uploaded on this channel. So let me show you what they are. First, we have this brush. So this is a slicker brush, and what's really cool and different about this slicker brush is that it's so easy to clean because it has this button here. You just push it here, and that's when the bristles will come out, and then you brush your pet, and afterwards you just pop that back in, and all the fur is up front, and you just wipe it off into the trash can, and it is clean every time. I've used this so many times, and you wouldn't even know because it looks brand new again, because it's so easy to keep clean. After every use, you just pop it in, and it comes in, and you take it out. I am someone who just hates having hair stuck in a brush. Even if it's my own brush, if it's my dog's brush, I love being able to take out all the hair and making it look brand new again. I don't know why, maybe it's just me or one of my pet peeves, but I hate seeing the hair. So when I saw this, I was like, they should make every brush like this. They really should. It's so simple and so easy, and I can't believe I've never seen something like this before, but it's super useful, and it's definitely one of my pet must-haves. So for the second grooming item, it is this paw soother. And this just looks like a little chapstick stick, and that's kind of what it is, but instead of it going on your lips like regular chapstick, this is meant for your dog's paws. So if you notice that your dog has really rough or cracked paws, you can get this pet smoother, and you just apply it to the bottom of their paws, and over time it's going to help smooth them out. I try to use this as frequently as I can, and what I really like about this is that it's organic. It uses all natural products, so when I'm applying this to her paws, and if she does end up licking it off, it's not going to harm her. They do recommend trying to distract them after you apply it, just so it can soak into their paws and they can get all the benefits to their paws, but it's not going to harm them if they do end up licking it. That's what's really nice about this paw soother in particular by the Natural Dog Company, and I just got it right off Amazon. Pretty inexpensive, and it will last a long time. It's got a lot of product in there, and what's really cool is it works just like chapstick. When you take this off, as you use it, you just spin the little dial down below, and you just wipe it on each paw and go. Super simple. You can use it really quickly. I'll insert a clip here showing you how I use it on my dog. Usually try to use it in the morning before I go to work. Sometimes if I forget, I'll do it in the evening while after dinner or something like that. But I love having this handy, super simple, and really nice to have. My next must-have is going to be these dog puzzles. So I love having these dog puzzles handy. It helps exercise her mind. She's actually really good at these. These are considered a skill level advance. I actually never bought the 1s and 2s. I just went for 3, and they're actually fairly easy for my dog. She's an Australian Shepherd, and they're known to be very smart. So I wanted to challenge her and see if she could get the treats out of these. And it really helps her use her senses, and it's a way for her to be rewarded while she's doing a puzzle and getting her mind thinking. So I took them out of their boxes, and this is what they look like. For the first one, it looks like this. What you do is you open each drawer, and you would pop in your treat. And then once your treat is in, you close them up, and you take these bones and you spin them, and it locks the doors in place. And what she has to figure out is how to turn these and then open the drawer to get her treat out. So it's really fun and challenging for her to be able to get them out. I'll definitely insert some clips here showing you how she uses them and how it actually is very doable for a dog to understand and use these dog puzzles. For this one, I would say that this one is definitely easier than this one. I would get this one first if you're trying something out, and then maybe upgrade to this one, or get some of their other levels that they considered a level 1 or 2. If you're feeling like your dog needs to work up to that, you can start with a level 1 or a 2, and then you can work on to the 3s. But I would definitely say that this one is easier than the other one I just showed you. For this one, it's fairly easy to use as well. So these slide here, and then these spin, and these go up against it. So what she has to figure out is that when the treats are inside here, that she just has to nuzzle this down and she can get the treat out here. For this one, she would have to make sure that she moves this one out of the way and then get the treat. You can even leave a treat in here, that's why there's holes here, and then keep this side empty, so that way she has to figure out that she has to move this down, the treat drops in, then she has to move it back again to get the treat out. So it's definitely challenging, and the more she uses it, the more she understands how it works and the faster she gets at them. That's why I always want to buy new puzzles, but they're really nice to have to get her mind going. And I love having these puzzles handy, so that way if there is a rainy day or a day that we can't go outside and I need to get her mind going and get her some exercise, so that way she's not getting destructive inside the house. She's using it in a positive way, and she's learning, and she's getting her mind moving and going. Another sensory toy that I use for my dog is a Snuffle mat. I got a different kind of a Snuffle mat. Some of them just have this piece here, and that's what's gonna be your like generic Snuffle mat. But this one resembles a soccer field. It has a bunch of different sensory areas for her to find her treats in. A lot of the times I'll just use dog food, or I'll use dog treats, just kind of depends on the day. Instead of feeding your dog in a dog bowl, you can try using these Snuffle mats and just dropping their food and kind of tucking it in and having them find it that way. That way they're getting their mind going even at breakfast or dinner time. But what's really cool about this one is not only does it have just the typical Snuffle mat area in the middle, is that it's going to have all these different flaps for her to try to find her treats. So what it has is this little pocket here. It's got these little ruffles on this side. It's got a bunch of these little pockets on the middle area. And on this side, it's got a bunch of X's that you can stick your treats in or dog food. And even the goal is designed as a piece where you can hide treats and dog food in here. Opens here. She's had this since she was a puppy, so she has distorted a little bit, but even the corners have pieces where you can hide them, and it's super simple to use. It's nice to have. The back side is a grippy area, so this is nice to use on tile, but it can be used on all floor types. But if it's on tile, it's less likely to be scooted around. Some dogs are really smart and they'll try to just pick it up and shake all the treats or dog food out of the mat. So you want to try to discourage that and try to get them to use their senses to find the treats. So that's what's nice about having the grip and putting it on tile versus anything else. So it's going to stay on the floor a little easier, and it's not going to get them to think, oh, if I just shake this, I can get it out. But Bella's done it before, and I just try to make sure she's still using it as a Snuffle mat and not just getting all her food, because she's just too smart sometimes. My next pet must-have is going to be these Kongs. So I have about 5 of these now. I have collected them over time, and they are so essential to have. The way that I use them is I actually like food prep for my dog, because every week on Sunday, I prep these for the work week. And what I do is I stuff them about 3/4 full of dog food, and then I wet the dog food. And then once I have the dog food wet and soaked for just a little bit of time, then I apply a little bit of peanut butter. Sometimes I'll even use plain yogurt, or I just use a good dog safe peanut butter, and I apply that to the top. And occasionally I'll even add a little treat and add that into the peanut butter and just make it a little more fancy for her. And then I bag them up and I plop them into the freezer. There's a bunch of different Kong recipes that you can find online if you want a different way to stuff them. That's why I love having these Kongs, because they're super easy to use and they're great to have inside your house. Okay, so for my last Amazon pet must-have, it's gonna be my dog's water bowl. Yes, a water bowl. This one's really cool though because it's a float control auto water bowl. And what it does is you fill it up with water, and then the plastic piece here is going to come to the top and float, and it gives your dog a little more control with the water bowl. So I always find that my dog drinks her water really fast. I feel like this helps kind of control and slow that down a little bit, because I've found that when she was drinking her water before, she would drink it super fast and she would make herself throw up all the water that she just drank. So I didn't like that happening, so that's why I looked into getting some alternative water bowls, and this one came highly recommended. It's by Else Pet off of Amazon. It's good for all different types of pets as well, not just dogs. I saw that a lot of cats were using these as well, and I'm sure any other pet that you need to leave a water bowl out for would like using this. She prefers it. I kept filling up her previous water bowl where her food is next to, and then I had this in a different area of the home, and she actually went to this one versus her original water bowl. So she actually prefers this one over just a regular water bowl. What I like about it too is it's super sleek. It's just white and it has a gray top, so it doesn't look weird in my home. So that's why I really love having this water bowl. So that concludes my Amazon pet must-haves. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on your bell notification so you're notified during my next video upload. I hope you all have a great day, and thank you so much for watching. Bye!